First and last name, sir.
My name's Simon Hunter. I'm the director of the film, and the film is Edie.
And tell us about Edie.
Edie is the story of an 83-year-old woman who's had a miserable, horrible, bitter life, like so many of us hope not to have. And she decides one day after her husband has died to head off to Scotland like she did when she was a child, relive the memories of her youth and climb this enormous mountain. And at first it's a bit of a fantasy for her, but actually she meets a local guide, a guy who owns a little camping shop, and he helps her, prepares her, trains her, works with her, and they become really close friends. And eventually she decides to have a go at climbing the mountain herself.
Now, your actress, the person who actually acted this part, what's her name? How old is she, and what did she do to train to get fit to do this?
Her name is Sheila Hancock. She's been in many movies like The Boy with Striped Pajamas. She's an amazing actress. She, when we first met her, we said to her, she's 83 years old, and we said, Sheila, you're going to have to really climb this mountain to do this film. And she was, I think, probably white, ashen-faced at the thought of it. It's a huge mountain in Scotland. But she put her mind to it, she put her soul into it. She went Nordic walking, she lives in London, she went out to Richmond Park every day and climbed the little hill they have there, and up and down and up and down. And nothing was going to stop this woman doing this, climbing this mountain for our film. I mean, it's her standout performance of her career, actually, and she's done theatre and television and film, and this was this is her standout piece. She's unbelievable in it.
It's also beautifully shot. Do I have the cinematographer here?
You do.
I thought so, yes, sir.
Iceland.
And your first and last name?
August Jakobsson, cinematographer.
It's beautifully shot. I've traveled in Scotland, and I love Scotland. It's a spectacular country, and we get to look at it. And I think that's part of the pleasure of this film, is just being able to see Scotland. But I think you also had inclement weather. You had all kinds of things to work with. So tell us, what was that like?
Well, shooting in Scotland is very challenging, and it's a beautiful landscape there. And I think we were lucky with the locations, and we picked a place up in Lochinver. It was a really nice place for this story. And I think this captures the whole story for Sheila to walk this mountain. It was really beautiful.
Did you have to walk up the mountain with her?
We did, and she did, and the whole crew, we all filmed the whole thing walking up the mountain.
Everybody put backpacks on, and we went off. It literally took 4 days to climb the mountain. We put backpacks on, we all put a lens in the bag. August put a camera in his bag, and we went out for 4 days, literally the whole film crew, and climbed the mountain bit by bit by bit until we got to the top.
So each and every one of you are in the best shape of your lives, probably, yes?
And we stayed under canvas for 2 nights, so the whole crew, everybody, having a little camp as we went up the mountain. It was a real adventure. It's fantastic.
And, sir, your first and last name and your role in the film?
I'm Mark Stothert. I'm the producer.
You are the producer.
I'm the producer, yeah.
And who wrote this amazing film?
A lovely writer called Elizabeth Aharon, but it's based on an idea Simon had. So the kernel of the idea is Simon's, and Elizabeth has fleshed it out, written beautiful dialogue, and created the wonderful script that we were able to film. Yeah.
What fun to be able to hike up the mountain all together. That must have just been glorious, really.
It was a real experience. I mean, by the end of it, the whole crew were utterly bonded together, and Sheila was just, beside herself with pleasure. She so wanted to do it. She didn't know. You don't know if you can do it until you've done it. And she just climbed up and up and up and up. And the day got hotter, and we were filming and do it again. Film crew nonsense. And by the end, she made it to the top, and she was just elated. I mean, it was incredible just to watch her do it. It was an amazing experience, and it's been so well received here that we've managed to get a third screening here, which we never thought we'd get, but they came and told us this morning. The third screening is on Saturday evening at about 8:30. 8:40.
Is it Metro 4, I think it is?
Metro
Yeah.
Cinema.
Oh, good, because then people will have time to see it.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
It was great. We no idea if people would respond to it, and we came this morning, and there were just lines around the cinema. It was incredible to see. It was a movie moment. You're thinking, will there be anyone in the cinema? You turn up, and then there's this enormous line of people around the cinema. So it was very exciting.
It's an amazing film. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Thank you. And you, ma'am, your first and last name?
My name is Daniela Bräuer. I'm from Germany, and I'm playing actually a German hiker, funny enough, who meets Edie along her way up to the mountain and helps her. And it's a moment where Edie is opening up and getting a bit more to climbing the mountain. And
So you're sort of just this random hiker that's already up there.
right, I've just came down, and they meet each other at the lake, and I'm impressed with her too, because she's willing to do it, and she's kind of impressed because I just came down, and she thinks, oh my God, she's that young woman, and am I able to do it? But
It's almost like Edie meeting a young Edie, isn't it? It's like
That's very clever. I was just going to ask you if your character was shocked to see her and she was shocked to see you.
kind of, yeah.
that's right, really. Yeah, it's the amazement of a young hiker seeing Edie, this 83-year-old woman who says, "I'm going up there," and the young hiker will, Danny looks at the mountain and goes, "She's going up there." It's one of those kind of and it's just that impression of a young person being so impressed with an older person doing this.
Outstanding. So, again, one more time, Saturday, 8:40 here.
Saturday 8:40
Metro
at
4.
Metro 4 Cinema, and we're hoping for pretty much a full house, I hope.
You'll probably have it.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed.
Very
All right,
kind.
lovely.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Great questions. Thank you.
Thanks.